Wyatt Earp, Wyatt Earp, brave, courageous, and bold. Long live his fame, and long live his glory, and long may his story be told.
One of the notorious rackets of the 1870s was the publishing of frontier town or county histories. Original settlers had to pay to have their life stories printed in one of these books. As Marshall Earp discovered, a prospective history of Dodge City could lead to bitterness, gunfighting, riot, and death.
Sheet, where's my money? Help! Police, help! I haven't got your money. Police!
Oh,
police!
Here comes Earp. I ain't armed, Earp.
All right, Mr. Morris, what's your trouble this time?
He got $100 of my money to put my picture in the book. Only the book never came out.
Mr. Morris doesn't understand. It takes time to publish a history.
A history? I want this shrimp arrested.
Let's go into my office.
Take your hands off.
He's a crooked little swindler.
He claimed he'd call the book Pioneers of the Chisholm Trail.
All right. Now, look, if you've got a receipt or a contract for publication, let's see it.
Sure, right here. Howdy, Doc.
I thought Wyatt told you to stay out of Dodge.
Oh, well, that blood's been spilt and forgotten. We're friendly now, ain't we?
No. You Professor O.B. Jordan?
Ph.D., Doctor of Literature. Mm-hmm. That fellow is an illiterate thug.
Well, you owe him $100. It says here the book was supposed to be published July 1st, and this is September.
Yeah.
I haven't got it.
Throw him in jail, Wyatt.
Shut up.
Look, I ain't armed, Doc.
Here. There's your $100. Now get out of town.
Fine, Doc, fine.
You tried to kill Wyatt on 2 occasions when you had a mob of drunken gunslingers to back you up. If he's forgotten that, I haven't.
Oh, no hard feelings, not between me and Wyatt or you, Doc. Much obliged.
To think that I should have come to this.
You're a very lucky man, Professor Jordan. You caught Dr. Holliday in a generous mood.
Oh, I'm not ungrateful. Holliday, not the Dr. John H. Holliday.
I am. And don't think I'm in a generous mood. On your feet, sir. You take your wagon down to the Long Branch Saloon. I'll be with you presently.
Be with me? Oh, yes, of course.
What do you make of it, Doc? George Morris having the gall to come on back into Dodge City.
Pride, Wyatt. Stupid, ignorant pride.
You think that row with the professor was on the level?
I do. George Morris paid $100 to get his name into a county history book. Now, don't grin. There are 50 men in this town who'd pay $200 each.
Oh, come on.
You know, that Professor Jordan amuses me. I think he followed his nose to Dodge. The odor of human conceit and subhuman ambition.
Well, the professor is a swindler, and I'll order him out of town.
Now, hold on. You give that order to George Morris.
No, I can't do that.
Why not?
Because Mr. Morris has already had his punishment. Bat Masterson and I shot his legs out from under him. We beat him, Doc. You saw how the man crawled out of town like a dog.
I still haven't taught you, have I? You think you have this miserable town halfway civilized? Why, George Morris is not licked. All he needs is another mob with Kelly, Judge Tobin, Hanson, and the rest of your so-called friends marching behind him.
Aren't you a little drunk?
You better start loading those sawed-off shotguns, Deacon. afraid you're going to need them. Professor, I will back you to the limit of $10,000.
$10,000?
On one condition.
What is it, may I ask?
You take your pictures, but I write the biographical sketches. Oh, and I want my $10,000 back. You can keep any profit.
Well, that's astounding. Incredible.
And what a petty scoundrel you are. If I had your health, I would steal $5 million.
That much? Why?
The sum of $5 million is like 5 million gallons of water. Both purify themselves. I would die in the odor of sanctity.
Yes, I believe you would. The idea is much too big for me.
Quiet. Enough talk. You start taking those pictures.
There we are. Very nice, Mr. Mayor.
You need another pose, Professor?
Not just now. Try to assemble some of the other founders.
Yes, I'll round them up. Here, now, you people get away from this camera and don't disturb Professor Jordan. Here, now get away from this. Of course, the possibilities are tremendous. Just a minute, I want to get a paper. And you certainly rate among the original 7 founders, Tom.
I know, but as a banker, I have to make sure it'll be a dignified volume.
Now, we'll see to that.
You should have heard what they said, boss. They called you a Johnny-come-lately. Shove him aside, boss, and I'll plug him.
No, I can whip both of them by myself.
He's dead.
Give me this.
What started this?
I heard them call Mr. Williams riffraff. They said he couldn't be in that book.
Hal, you notify the coroner. Then you take Mr. Kelly, Mr. Hanson, and this man over to my office.
Wyatt, it was all a mistake. An accident. We lost our tempers and...
I know that, Mr. Kelly. Dr. Holliday is responsible for this, and I'm going to have to arrest him. Now, go on, Hal, take him out of here. Jones, come here. Stand. Take it. Doc, I think you better come with me.
You mean you're arresting me?
That's right.
On what charge? Holding the mirror up to human nature?
Let's not argue about it here, huh?
Take over mine.
Judge Stoughton, I think you ought to issue a court order restraining Dr. John H. Holliday and Professor Jordan from any more of this nonsense. Now, Dr. Holliday isn't interested in publishing a history. He's in this promotion as a practical joke on Dodge City and some of the citizens he just doesn't happen to like.
If the court, please.
Go ahead.
Marshal Earp is making an assumption of my motives. I submit that no judge can restrain the mere prospectus of a book.
Agreed? Look, Judge, one man is dead and another wounded in disputes over this thing.
Order. I sympathize with Marshal Earp, but unfortunately, the law cannot take action before the commission of a crime. Marshal Earp's application for a restraining order is denied.
Thank you, Judge Tobin. Thank you very much. Dr. Holliday, do you think this is really wise? I mean, in view of the dreadful...
A dozen men are waiting to have their picture taken. You better scoot before they start wrecking your equipment.
Oh, dear me. I must go quickly.
Now, I put it to you straight, Doc. Is this a joke you're making, like Wyatt says?
I am not on the witness stand, Kelly. You can stay in a history book or you can get out and I'll refund your subscription fee. And the same goes for you, Tom.
Well,
let's not be too hasty, Jim. My wife is anxious to have me in the book. You know how women are. Come along, Jim. We can talk this over.
I'll join you, gentlemen.
Oh, all right. Well, I still think Wyatt's right. I could be wrong.
They'll stay in the history book. And Judge Tobin will be right along with them.
Look, it isn't funny.
Well, every man to his own joke, Deacon. You want to call it off? How? Admit that Dodge isn't worth trying to civilize? Give up your penny ante job here. Move to Arizona with Kate and me. You know what? You are the one man I could say I almost like.
Whose idea was it for me to leave town? Yours or Miss Kate's?
Well, Kate worries, and I think.
Mm-hmm.
You keep believing the people here deserve law and order. They're a bunch of drunkards and idiots who will eventually cut you down.
Look, Major Kern in one county and don't make a mob, and you can't make a mob by writing a silly book. And if I catch you trying, I'm going to lock you up. And I'm sorry if I lose my temper.
Well, now, I'm sorry, too. Wyatt, your foolish faith in people needs a bad shaking up. You better brace yourself.
That's fine. Next subject, please. Oh, very good. Yes. Mm-hmm. Excellent. Yes.
Well, Professor.
Let go of me. Dr. Holliday paid you in full.
Oh, sure. Look here. I'm going to give you 100 and another 100 besides.
What for?
Well, I'm the first cattleman in Ford County. I got more of a right than any of them has to be in a history book.
Oh, no. This book deals only with Dodge City.
Well, what's this? Is Mr. Morris bothering you, Professor?
Yes, he is, and I'm very busy.
Later.
I offered to pay him 200 cash, Doc. That ought to prove that I'm willing to let bygones be bygones.
We'll put you in the book.
No joking?
None. But you'll have to pose for your photo in private.
Well, how come?
The other subscribers might object. Personally, I wouldn't want to be in the same library with you, much less the same book.
In private, and mum's the word. Now, that a deal?
One question. Why would you want to be in a book?
Well, I'm a historical character. The professor said so when he agreed to put me in Pioneers of the Chisholm Trail.
It's a deal. Pay me. Now, you keep out of my sight until I send for you.
Hey, Professor!
Delvin, Duncan, Dooley. Any more D's?
Old man Dornholtz.
Oh, no.
No, I agree with the judge. We got to watch Holliday. Make sure he keeps the riffraff out.
Right, Jim.
Well, now let's get on with the E's. Wyatt Earp.
Well, I see you men are helping Doc with history,
Jim suggested your name for the book.
Well, no, thank you.
And why not now? Why, you've made more real history in this town than the rest of us put together.
Well, I tell you, Mr. Kelly, the Texas papers have written me up plenty. All bad.
Just Johnny Reb prejudice. Why, Doc's your friend. He wouldn't allow anything to happen.
By the way, where is Doc?
Drinking in the back room. Can't be disturbed.
Well, I'll disturb him.
I'm busy. Go away.
It's Wyatt, Doc.
What do you want?
Well, you open up and I'll tell you.
All right, just a moment.
Oh, I get it now. You're writing the history, huh?
Well, Why not?
You know, I was wrong, Doc. You could make a riot.
George Morris, backed by Jim Kelly, Judge Tobin, and every other sucker who wants his ugly face and dull life story in print.
Including Mr. Morris?
Oh, well, his picture and biography lead the book.
Of course, you praise them all.
Naturally.
Well, you're under arrest, Doc.
Not again.
But this time I'm going to make it stick. Let's go.
The book.
What's the charge this time, Marshal? Hating your fellow men and hating yourself.
You gonna make that stick?
No. But officially, you got caught inciting a riot.
Huh.
Judge Tobin, I've arrested Dr. Holliday again. I think it'll save time if you come along, sir.
Are you sure of your legal facts?
Yes, sir. The doctor is a truthful man. I'm sure he'll substantiate the charge.
Come along, Tobin.
Wyatt must have caught Doc right in the book.
Doc, I told Professor Jordan.
The back room. I'll be having a look. James Dog Kelly, former soldier and saloon keeper, a gay lad with the ladies, sowed wild oats all over Kansas. Several cowhands died from drinking his whiskey. Lies, every bit of it.
What does he say about me?
There's yours. Criminal, slander, and liable. That's what.
No. You said it.
Well, we got Doc this time. Come on.
Just a minute. George Morris. He was going to put him in the book?
Oh, no. George Morris. Knave, liar, poltroon, scoundrel, to quote Lord Macaulay. Such he is, and it is just such men as he who founded Dodge City. This cow thief, brawler, and murderer.
Who are you talking about?
Oh, not us. Doc wrote it for the book. Read it.
Doc warned me he was going to start trouble. He aims to use that book to malign blackguard every decent man in town.
If any.
Dr. Holliday, I must ask you for that manuscript.
No, sir.
Then I'll issue a subpoena, duces tecum. The manuscript will be seized and impounded.
Now, you're too good a lawyer to try that.
Wyatt, there's trouble at the Long Ranch. George Morris is stirring up a mob. Let's throw it, Doc Holliday. Judge, I suggest you admit Doc to bail at once. It'll give him time to get out of town.
Excellent idea. How much?
Well, you can't release a man with a mob coming to get him.
Well, speak up, Deacon. You aim to defend me right here?
No, I don't. This time you run for it.
Well, in that case, bail will be $1,000.
Cheap. There. But I'm not running. I will catch the 6 o'clock train for Kansas City to consult with my publisher.
All right, Al. Maybe we'll have time to break Morris before he starts.
Come on, boys. The rest of you, come here, too.
Take a look in the wagon and see if the professor's there. If he is, just slap him around. It's Doc Holliday that we're after. All right, let's tip it over.
All right.
right, boys, let her go.
Professor isn't in here, George.
Okay, fire it up, boys. All right, that does it. Let's head for the jail.
Doc's gone to the depot.
You sure?
Herb turned him loose. I saw him walking across the plaza only a minute ago.
You hear that, boys? Doc's at the depot. Let's go get him.
Too late. Probably headed for Santa Fe. We better get over there. No. I'm not risking deputies. You tell the rest of the boys to stay out of it. I'll try to get to Doc before Morris does.
Don't take no chances with Doc, boys. We'll surround him and then blast him out of the depot with rifles.
Hey, sir! Stop him!
Some of your friends want to see you.
They're not close enough yet. I borrowed this from the station master. It's too short for range.
We want Doc Holliday. Send him out here, Earp. Send him out and we'll get you both.
Is that what you want? Give me that. The history of Dodge City.
It's good reading.
Yeah. On your feet. And bolt that door. Unbolt it.
You take a look at that mob. You see Mayor Kelly in that mob? You see Mr. Hanson? You see one decent man that amounts to anything in this town?
Hold it, boys! Your last chance, Herb! Come out with Doc or we're gonna burn you out!
I thought so.
Bust him! Hold your fire! I got something I want to show you.
Here. Read it.
Nothing but blank pages.
That's right. That's what Doc thinks of you, and I agree with him. Now, if you want to fight over that, commence. Can't we kill it for you? No. Now, you men clear out of town. Go on, get out of here. Give me a hand. Give him there.
Well, he cleaned up the country, the old Wild West country. He made law and order prevail. And none can deny it, the legend of Wyatt forever will live on the trail. Oh, Wyatt Earp, Wyatt Earp, brave, courageous, and bold. Long live his fame, and long live his glory, and long may his story be told.